Hey guys, before we get started, I want to tell you about our champion partners, including our Hall of Fame partners, Greg Vet Hospital, Hicks Chicks, J&J Flooring and Natural Stone, Kenny Chesney's Blue Chair Bay Rum, Concordia Bank and Trust, and GoMart. Go visit these partners and all the champion partners you see on the screen right now. Make sure to do business with them and tell them Miss Lou Champion sent you. Today we're sitting down with our January Champion of the Month, Nathan Gaude, and his mother, Patricia Gaude Huffines. Nathan is 25 years old, was born with Down syndrome, and he lives with a combination of faith, determination, and joy that people don't forget. He's been swimming since he was 18 months old, and for the past 12 years, he's competed in the Mississippi Special Olympics, especially in butterfly and freestyle. That consistency and discipline took him all the way to the National Special Olympics in Orlando, and he's earned medal after medal along the way. Nathan is also known for his heart. He's a true prayer warrior who will stop and pray for someone the moment he senses they're carrying something heavy. In October 2025, he reached a major milestone by becoming an altar boy at St. Patrick Church in Fairday, a role he takes great pride in. And Nathan is the real deal in everyday life too. He's been working at Johnny's Pizza in Vidalia for the past couple of years, and he genuinely loves his job and takes pride in showing up, working hard, and being part of a team. He's also got a creative side. He loves to draw, especially pirates, and he has an impressive logo and pest collection. Nathan is joined today by his mother, Patricia Gaude Huffines, who has been one of his biggest champions from day one, making sure his diagnosis never became a limit on his future. Together, their story is a reminder of what can happen when faith, family, and determination lead the way. Hope you enjoy the show. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. How are you?
Good.
How are you, buddy? Me and you are already laughing off the camera. We acting silly already this morning. One thing about me and Nathan, when we get together, we like to laugh.
Isn't funny?
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you for joining me this morning, our January Champion of the Month.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be Champion of the Month?
That's fine.
Well, you certainly earned it. And you, when we were thinking about the Champion of the Month, and I started thinking, man, who inspires people around here? And I kept coming back to Nathan. So all the things that you're doing is amazing, and we're proud of you. And I want to bring your mom in this morning. That way, can we brag on you for a little while?
Yeah.
Is that okay? I like to brag on you. Well, Patricia, thank you for coming in this morning too. We've been sharing notes and stuff like that, and I've learned just from our conversations over the last couple of weeks. I've learned there's some things about Nathan that I didn't know. And you sent me some videos, and we'll get to those. Let's go back to the beginning. You said something to me a while back that said somebody gave you some advice early on. What was that?
Well, when Nathan was born, we didn't know that he had Down syndrome. And I remember being in the hospital and, of course, pretty shook up about it all. You're wondering, where the future lies. And I mean, with any child, you feel that way, but especially with a child with a disability now, it threw us for a loop. More myself than my husband at the time, Blaze. Someone had called one of Blaze's friends who was on a disability council with him. And I got on the phone with him and he said, I want to tell you something. He said, I feel that you truly do not want to make his diagnosis a prognosis. In other words, don't pigeonhole him just because he's got this diagnosis. And we definitely have not done that. All his life it was, let's assume competency. Just keep moving forward that, he can do it, and if he can't, eventually he will. So that's how we've treated him.
Your mom can crunchy. Yeah, funny.
You're not grouchy.
Your mom can crunchy.
She's not grouchy. She gets on you sometimes, doesn't she?
Oh,
Your mom
yeah.
can crunchy.
That's what we call them, high expectations.
That's right. That's exactly right.
It moves.
Speaking of high expectations, and family members and stuff like that, before we get into some of the accomplishments and stuff, let's talk about, I know Nana holds you to that high standard.
Yes. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that before we get into anything in particular. Just the family members and how everybody's kind of joined in to
I'm gonna see you important. No, that's right. I'm gonna go today. Well, I'm gonna go in that night. I'm gonna go.
Nana's right. Said something about with
I'm gonna
school.
go today.
School was important.
I'm gonna go get today. I'm out.
You're out? You're out of school?
Yeah, that's right. I'm out Sunday.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Nana in your life.
And Nana here. Well, Nana has
Good laugh.
and times. He loves me. Yeah.
She loves you?
Yeah.
She sure does.
And Mom does.
She sure does too. I know they both do. A lot of people do. I think everybody loves Nathan.
So Nathan, let's talk a little bit about Nana in your life, huh? So early on, I knew that she was a great example for me, and we definitely were on the same pages where we wanted Nathan to end up, and grow and nurture. But it took some counsel on my end because I didn't have great examples growing up. So a lot of times she came in just to help me, we were in Albuquerque at the time. She would come in to help, just with Nathan for a week or two here and there. And after Blaze passed away was when I decided I needed her badly. And I was only going to stay for a year or two until Nathan was straightened out. Well, here I am 18 years later.
Yeah.
Your mom can copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's been a fabulous example and mentor, spiritually and physically, helping me out with him. And he spends about half the time with her right now and half the time with me.
It is me. I know he's at the lake with her a lot these days.
Loves the lake.
And we're going to get into swimming in a few minutes. And I know she's got a big part of that. I know she's tough on that.
Mm-hmm.
But and I think, I've had the pleasure of meeting so much of the family and everything. And it just seems like everybody's kind of.
Yeah.
It's a team game.
It is. It takes a village, and especially when you have a child that has special needs, you truly do depend on your village. That's for sure.
No doubt about it.
I have fabulous neighbors. I have fabulous family. The Gaudes have been great with him. I mean, it's been wonderful being here. I feel truly blessed. Yeah.
Let me see here. I kind of made my notes because I know me and Nathan will get to talking and I'll get all over the place. Let's see. Let me see here. Do you think that you guys? You said Nana came out there and you worked with her and y'all held Nathan to this higher standard. Do you think that started early? I know he was in the pool at 18 months.
Mm-hmm, he sure was.
So we can kind of transition into that. Do you think that discipline at that early age and those expectations at that early age has led to some of these accomplishments that he's done?
I think so. I mean, it's swimming is you have to be, pretty dedicated to be,
In what?
Say it again? at Vicksburg. Yes, we've been going up to Vicksburg. Yeah, we need to put in a plug for the senior citizen pool that it needs to get fixed.
Yeah, you hear that?
We can throw that in there.
That's right. We're gonna get
Because
the pool
we
fixed.
usually go twice a week, lap swing. But Nana came in early. She worked with water babies. She was a swim coach for her kids growing up. And so she truly believed in the dedication and the fitness of swimming. And so we just happened to have a pool at the time out in DC where we were living, and she worked with him a lot. And anytime she was with us, if there was a pool to be had, she was there with him. And so he truly began lap swimming probably around maybe 9, 10 years old. But up till then, he was just doing short swims. But he's good at, believe it or not, he can do butterfly, freestyle, and backstroke.
Well,
Yeah.
if we had that video of that day that I went swimming with him.
It was a lot of fun to watch. It was.
First of all, I'm a terrible swimmer, but he kicked my tail. This boy can swim. Like,
Yeah,
when I got in there, I was like, oh my goodness, there he goes. And I was over there trying not to drown.
He kicks my butt.
I'm glad that we don't have video of that.
Oh, I can send it to you.
Oh my goodness. When did Special Olympics enter the picture? Because he's been doing that for quite a while.
He has.
Yeah.
I believe he was, I think he was 12, maybe 13. I think they have to be 13 to be in that. No?
Okay, says so.
Well, you're going to be 26, yes.
26.
He's got a birthday.
You started Special Olympics, I think, when you were what, 12?
I think 13. I think you have to be
13.
And
Was that here
down
in
to
Natchez?
Biloxi.
Yeah, the state.
Go for the state. We go down to Biloxi, and he swims usually in 25 butterfly and 50 freestyle, and usually comes home with a medal.
This is
Do you like the gold medal, or do you like he calls it the gray medal?
Which one? Do you like the gold?
a lot.
You like first place?
2 of them.
Yeah.
Here's you, important. There are a lot of goals.
There's a lot of gold.
goals. They're both goals. A lot of goals. 2 of them. Yes. They're waiting. They're fun. Oh, and there he is. Award.
Gets awards and medals.
I've seen a lot of your awards. I've seen a lot of your
I
medals.
dreamed. These 2. Have fun. Have fun. And doing.
You have fun and you're winning. That's a good thing.
Trophy is fine. Trophy. Have fun. And trophy. Have fun. And have dream. Get too hot.
I want to get to something that makes me laugh too.
Winning.
You did something that made me laugh too. But so he did this. He's been doing the Special Olympics in Biloxi for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple of years ago, he had the opportunity to go to Orlando to swim. First of all, before we got to share that funny story. What was that like for you whenever he was?
Oh man. Well, it's a hurry up to wait. I mean, it's a hurry up and wait to get these stop these meets going, and poor kid had to wait and wait. But while he was practicing, warming up, we would stand way up on a balcony and look over and see him, and he'd go back and forth and he'd wave. And we were like, oh gosh, you can't be doing that later on.
And he's with them.
Yes, he was with them for a few days. Yeah, I mean, we were not allowed to intermingle with them. Anyways, I know you're okay. So, anyways, here comes the meet, and Nan and I made the mistake of standing on the other side of the balcony, where right in front, where we thought we're gonna get right in front of that lane, and he's doing backstroke. He comes down, pushes off, looks up, sees us, and he's like in second place. We're thinking he's got this, and he looks up and goes, and we both look at each other like, did he just do what I think he did?
The wave.
The wave. Yes, he did the wave. And it just kept going.
Hey, that's even better than the gold medal. That's a great. That's a better memory than a gold medal.
It is true. It stands out above all. But we about died at the time. But later we could laugh. Later.
I mean, he's probably haven't been without one of you guys for that amount of time in a while.
That's right.
He's probably happy to see y'all.
That's what it was. Totally.
Make sure you have funny.
So in all these years, 12, 13 years of competing now, what's it been like to watch him grow in that?
Oh, I'm very proud of him. He knows that. Don't you, Nathan? Yeah. He knows I'm very proud of him. And so is Rosemanette. I mean, there's just things that, even though you say don't let his diagnosis be a prognosis, there's always that fear that there'll be things that he'll never accomplish. And there have been things that he's accomplished that that there's other people that never would have done.
Oh, no.
And that's what's really beautiful.
We're going to get to one of those in a few minutes because of a video that you sent me. I was like, no way in the world I'm doing that. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Let me see here what we're looking at. The butterfly and the freestyle, that's his big swimming thing. So, which one do you think he likes better? What?
Freestyle.
Is that the freestyle? You know I'm terrible with swimming. You like the freestyle better.
Yeah. Butterfly takes a lot out of you.
Which one's the butterfly, bud?
Very tough.
That's tough?
Yeah.
Butterfly's tougher?
Yeah, tougher.
Yeah. And Nathan's got them muscles right there.
Oh, he does. He does. He's built.
A little muscle there, don't you, buddy?
Feet, kickings.
Yep, feet kicking in the pool.
Wings and burpees.
We work a lot in drills over and over again.
Oh, well, I think a lot of people watching may not understand it because I didn't until really got to know him and knew his schedule a lot better. But I mean, he spends a lot of time, a lot of hours in practice to do that. It's very much a discipline.
I mean, the least amount is twice a week. That's all we've been able to do right now, and it's dedication to it, and it's so good for him. It's one of his only real forms of physical, exercise. So.
I mean, what a better way. I mean, swimming's a great exercise.
Totally.
That's right. Well, one of the things that I love about Nathan is, if anybody that knows him will say, I ran into somebody. No, I didn't run into him. Whenever I posted it, he was our champion of the month. There was somebody that works on it, that works with him, and she said, nobody could say a prayer like Nathan. So one of the things that I love about Nathan is that he's got this, you've got like this sense that whenever somebody's having a bad day, and he's done it with me several times where he knows Calhoun's off today. And he knows, and he's very sensitive to that. When did that start, and has he always sort of had that?
Well, he's always been pretty sensitive to other people's emotions. You're up, he's up. If you're a little off, he's looking at you like, he can just feel that. Even approaching people, there's some people who kind of keep their distance, and they may not be huggers or even receptive to him. That's 1 or 2% of the people, but he can feel that right away. You can tell, and he respects that. But most people are very receptive to him, and boy, he comes in for that hug and that loving, and the praying really started out with Nana. Rosemanette is a true prayer warrior, and anyone need anything, any prayer, she's right there for you. She's got a list a mile long. Matter of fact, she says, I wish some of these people would call me and let me know if they're okay, because I just keep praying for them and my list gets longer and longer. But a story that I have it was just really beautiful. We were, I'll bet you he was only maybe 10 or 11 at the time, and we were in the post office in Vidalia. And a woman was walking out as we were walking in, and she had a port, for chemo, and it was summer, so it was very visible in her neckline. And he looked at her, and then he looked at me, and he kind of stood in front of her, so she really couldn't go anywhere. And he said, Mama, pray. And she looked at me and said, excuse me? And he says, he wants to pray. Is that okay? And she said, okay. And so there we were in the post office. It was just the three of us. and the guy behind the counter, Giggy, and we've got our hands on her, and you can hear him. It was the sweetest thing he would say. You know, God, no hurt, please heal, no pain, please, God. You know, in his own broken language. It was beautiful. She walks out, she says, thank you very much. She walks out, and Giggy behind the counter, his mouth's wide open. He's like, I ain't never seen that before. It was awesome. We were all like, that's our Nathan.
I've been with him a couple times where he's prayed for people, and I'm like, you know what? In hindsight, I'm like, that person probably really needed that, because I don't know. It's hard for us to do stuff like that sometimes. You know,
It is.
We're good at saying, "Oh, we're thinking about you and this and that," but to stop and pray and this and that, that's something special.
It's a gift, isn't
It
it?
is. It's a gift. It really is. You got me tearing up a little bit, bud, thinking about that. And I was going to ask you about a story about that, but yeah, that's a great story. And then now he's an altar boy at St. Patrick and Fair Day.
He is.
What do you think about that? You like being an altar boy?
Yeah, fine.
It's fun.
Have my friend. And Sam. Have my friend.
Your friend?
You have a friend there, yes.
What's his name? Sam?
Deacon Sam is
Okay.
there.
Deacon Sam.
And-
Jeez. And Dana.
Okay.
Dana. JD.
Father John
They treat you pretty good over there?
and the other altar boys, they help you, huh?
And JD, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Gigi's there, yes.
Gigi?
And Dana, I think so.
Donna, I know. So, yes, and
And son.
Do you like being an altar boy?
very reverent, very reverent. It's really beautiful when he's up there. I mean, you just can really feel the spirit. It's super sweet. Yeah, I cried like a baby the first time he was up there. It was pretty funny because Father John said it was like the Atlantic Ocean opened up in the front pew, because I was just like, because it was one of the things that I just really never thought about that he could do.
Yeah.
And
Just that. You're good. There we go, bud.
it was really sweet. It was really beautiful. He does a great job up there, and like I said, he's very reverent of it. So
You've been crying a lot these last few years because he's been just continuing to do things that you didn't think or that you didn't know if he could do it.
That's right. That's right.
So you sent me this thing. It's called Johnny and Friends Camp.
Johnny and
Johnny
Friends.
and Friends. Johnny and Friends
Yes.
Camp.
So she is a ministry.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about this.
Well, Johnny Erickson Tata, when she was, I believe she was either 15 or 16, broke her neck while diving headfirst into a lake. So she is a quadriplegic, like Nathan's daddy was. Lower quadriplegic, she can move her arms. But anyways, she has a ministry for disabilities. And one of her offshoots from her disability ministries is Family and Friends. And so you can, I'm trying to remember the name of it now. I'll have to get that to you.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was the family retreats. And this retreat, we went back to New Mexico because we know so many people there. So
Donuts.
And donuts.
And donuts, yes, we would have donuts there. But anyways,
I'm gonna put this down here just to make sure that they can hear both of y'all.
there you go.
I'm gonna put it like that. There we go. There we go. That's
So-
perfect. I didn't want your
Yeah.
shirt to make that little weird noise. Sometimes I'll do these videos and I'll be like, oh no, the shirt was rubbing.
Right, you don't want that.
So you had donuts? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, it's okay.
You had donuts? So
Wait, Mom. Here, wait.
there we go.
No, we're just gonna keep it here.
That's good right there.
Okay, can we keep it there?
No.
No. Okay,
So did you like this camp?
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Yeah.
You had fun?
Yeah.
So let me,
Go ahead.
I'll
Yeah,
reiterate
yeah.
it. So, Johnny and Friends retreats. This one was in New Mexico and in Capitan, and it was they would call it like a weekend warrior retreat where Nathan and all the other kids or adults who had disabilities would do different kinds of challenges. There were tall towers that you could climb. There was a water tube that you could go down. Nathan did rappelling one year, and it took him 2 days. You know, you only have 2 hours to try to get down in the morning, and they tried the first day, and he worked it, couldn't go. He just couldn't. Took a little while to muster up the courage, but the second day, at about almost the end of the second hour, there he was, and it was amazing. It really was. When he came down, you know, there's few challenges in life that, I mean, even us that we have, that we can just say shine so brightly that it burned in our memory forever. And that is one that I know for him and for me. Because when he came down, he had the look on his face that was, and I've sent you the picture of it, it's amazing. He was so excited and so proud of himself. And all of us were too. There must have been over 20 people standing there waiting for him to come down. And finally, when he did it, I mean, it took a lot of courage. I couldn't have done it. It was scary.
You sent me the video too, and I was like, I'm watching it. And buddy, you were like, it's a drop off, and I'm like, I was nervous watching you, and I'm thinking, don't do it, Nathan, don't do it. But whenever you started going, it was like, there he goes, and
it was awesome.
Everybody was clapping for you, and I could hear people going, go Nathan, go Nathan.
It was awesome.
I wouldn't have had the courage to do that, and then I was thinking when you told me that he repelled, for some reason in my brain I was thinking it was like smaller. When I looked at that video, I was like,
yeah, no,
that's giant. That's huge.
Yeah, it is. It's over a story. Yeah, it was awesome. It really was. Yes.
So as a mom, what is it like to watch you do scary stuff like that?
The pirate's beard.
Yes, I was very nervous.
The pirate's beard.
The pirate? A pirate's beard? My beard? I do have a pirate's beard. That's
yes.
right. Is it scary for you to watch that?
Well, it's kind of like you gotta let go if you want him to grow, right? Gotta let go.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was tough. It was tough. Yeah, there was another one too where he did.
Gotta grow, don't you, bud?
What do they call it when you're in the air?
Zip line.
Zip lining, yes. He did zip lining too, and that took him forever to work up the courage. But when he did it, it was like over and over again.
Oh, that's what.
Did you like zip line?
That's not like too.
Did you zip line through the woods, I guess, or?
It was just through the mountainside. Yeah, it was
that fun? Was that scary? Not. I did it one time and I was scared. I was like, all right, there's my one zip line. I'm out. I'm a big chicken though. I'm a big scaredy cat. Even though I have a pirate's beard, I'm a big scaredy cat.
Your mom and funny.
Scaredy cat.
It's a cat.
Speaking of pirates, is Nathan's got a creative side with the doodles and all of that. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
How that all got started.
In junior high. Matter of fact, while you were there at the junior high in Vidalia, Nathan started just doing these cute little doodles of himself. They would be mostly of him being a pirate, and that was in 6th and 7th grade. He does a little bit now, but nowhere near as prolific as he was then. And it was a lot of fun to see all the doodles that he would come home with. But what I've done is I made decals out of them and put them on my coffee cups for Christmas presents that people can buy, or ornaments. I have them here as donations to the National Down Syndrome Congress at Christmas time also. Some of them are of him
Yeah.
juggling or lifting weights, right, Nathan? Yeah, with those big bulging muscles.
Those things have kind of, I love that you've taken his art and combined your art with it. And I mean, the cups, the coffee cups, I mean, you've done all kind of different things, and the ornaments, they've all taken, that's kind of taken a life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it gives other people a chance to experience that same happiness, because
Yes.
I've got several of my Nathan cups, and when I drink out of my Nathan cup, I'm just in a good mood, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's why I put them right there on the other side of the cup, hopefully if you're right-handed. There's that little decal just to give you that little lift in the morning, and that's why I put them there.
And the Christmas tree ornaments, we've done those here a couple of times where we stock them here, and people can come pick them up. And you guys give the donation to, you want to shout them out real quick?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, the National Down Syndrome Congress, they are an advocate for, of course, people with Down syndrome, and lots of educational opportunities. They do conferences for parents to come and learn about Down syndrome and some strategies that they can use, anything from discipline to school. So I went once and really, really enjoyed it, and that's why I felt it was really important to continue to support them. And so it's a total donation when people come in and buy those ornaments.
I think people really like it because I posted on I post on Facebook about it. We've got these, and this is where it goes, and this and that.
They go.
And immediately they're gone, boom. And
It's awesome.
I think people like to give them for gifts, and people like to have them for their own. But it's just a cool way to spread that awareness, the art, the shared art, the awareness, and let everybody else be a part of that too. I think it's a really cool thing. We've also got, I did want to ask this. How do you think that those drawings, what do you think that they say about like personality?
That's a good point. Well, I think part of it is his love for just pirates. That has been since he was 4 or 5 years old. We go every year to Destin to the pirate ship with his little girlfriend and her mama. So shout out to Rachel Crawford and Krista. Oh yes, Rachel's about to have a birthday here soon. Hot dogs. We're stuck on the, and that's because he doesn't get hot dogs at home, so he is stuck on that hot dog thing.
Cookies.
Cupcakes, yeah.
Cookies too.
Yeah.
Hot dogs too.
Well, that's a party already.
And cake, so.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He sends me a picture just about every year from the Pirate's Mouth in Florida.
Oh my goodness.
And I love getting it every year. I always love getting that picture. Him standing in the shark mouth or whatever it is.
Yep.
The clown.
He,
The clown.
Yeah.
clown.
The
How about?
pirate clown.
Well, you love to wear your pirate outfit on the
We're pirates.
on the ship, which is a lot of fun. I mean, he has a great time, and he'll spar with the kids on there because they have games with the kids on the ship. And so there he is with his, foam sword, playing with the kids, and the squirt guns and everything. And Rachel's a good sport. She hangs out. She just watches them.
just like any other girlfriend, just letting us boys do our
Have
thing,
our
and
fun.
they're just like, oh my goodness.
It's true.
It's just like,
It's true.
That's what.
what's that?
I kiss in your sleep again.
Oh my. Yes, sweet.
Kiss
Kiss her ear.
Come on. Kiss in your sleep.
Kiss it. You gonna get in trouble kissing.
No.
In front of me, your mom.
You gonna get in trouble.
I know it. They have to edit that out. But what it does say about him is also his fun and jovial side. Because you can see in the pictures, like one of them is him as a pirate, but he's got it looks like a grass skirt with braces, right? I mean, but it's a pirate. It's definitely a pirate. It's got a hook, I mean, so, he throws in a bunch of fun stuff. Another one is him, as a muscle man. But his muscles like drawn like this straight.
I need that muscle.
It's hysterical, I mean, he just has fun with it. He really does. It's his perception of who he is.
Oh yeah. So he's got a great Lego collection and a Pez collection.
Yep.
What do you think, like that Lego collection and the Pez collection? What do you think that they do for Nathan as far as like? It seems to calm him, and it just puts him in a really, really good, happy place. How long has he been doing those?
A long time, also.
Yeah.
I think that probably started 7, 8 years old. He really loves just the little guys. Probably maybe has 300-400 of them, and he's gotten into collecting. He knows exactly which ones he has and doesn't have. And so now we're getting into like collector pieces, which is kind of scary. Because, or ones that are discontinued that I have to, buy off of eBay. But he works for him, and I do not mind at all getting it for him. But he loves to categorize them. These are the robbers. These are the pirates. These are the Egyptian little guys. Each one of them has their place. And sometimes they get put out, they get put in jail. They've all got little handcuffs on them, and they're put in little boxes. I mean, he is. Yeah. Well, sometimes they're in parties. Sometimes they get a timeout.
Depends on what mood Nathan's in.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, they are in jail a lot of times. What did they do to get in jail?
A lot.
They did a lot.
Mr. Freeze is not good.
Mr. Freeze was not good.
Jail.
Mr. Freeze went to jail?
Yeah. Fight.
You got into a fight?
Fight about it. Years.
You had to say, into the jail.
In a year.
I want to talk about Delta Charter, because one of the great accomplishments, one of the big accomplishments was graduating high school and all of that. And let's talk about Delta Charter. And did you like high school?
Yeah.
You did? They were pretty nice to you over there?
Yeah.
You had some good teachers?
No, Miss Steph.
Do you have any mean teachers you want to?
Definitely. Thursday. Go. Definitely. Go.
That's right, Miss Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie
Stephanie
Burke.
Burke, yeah.
Yeah.
Was she a sweet person?
Mm-hmm.
She is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he misses a lot of the kids that were over there. They, from time to time, will bump into them, and definitely was well liked, well loved, and
What year did he graduate?
well, with COVID, it was all a weird time. It was supposed to be 20, and then we thought, well, we'll keep him in another year. It was, I believe it was in 22.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But really, it should have been 20. But yeah, he got a certificate of completion, and those, both the class of 20 and 22 really took him under their wings and loved him to pieces. He was like I said, he was well liked and had a good time there. They even one time gave him a football jersey and had him walk out with the football team one year.
That's pretty
That was
cool.
pretty sweet. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So that kind of leads me to where me and him really became buddies was Project Search, and the funny story behind that is whenever me and you, so we had both of you guys in here in our old studio, because that was whenever he was about to go to the National Olympics in Orlando.
That's right.
And then, you want to tell it?
Yeah, because it was just really, to me, it was a God thing.
I think so too. So what happened after that?
Yeah, so this was in 22, right?
I think so.
That's when he went. We had our interview sometime early in the year, and after the interview, I said, "Hey, want to come and have a coffee with us? We're going over to Natchez Coffee Company." So you said sure, and we sat there, and I said, "Well, Nathan's, graduating. I don't know where this is all going. I'd love for him to be able to work, but, I don't know what his skills are and who would take him and how he would be taught, because certainly I knew if I brought him into a business and said, hey, I'm going to hang out with him for a few weeks and help teach him how to do things, he was not going to listen to me. I'm the mama. It wasn't going to happen. And you just sat there and listened. He said, yeah, I can understand your concern. And I know it was only like 2-3 weeks later, and you called me up and said,
I'm gonna keep hurting Mom.
said, you're not gonna believe this. I was approached by Project Search to start this vocational school in Merritt, and I want Nathan to come. I mean, it was just, like I said, I think it was a God thing.
In that conversation, what's so crazy, and this is how the good Lord works, is I had no idea. Like, I had no idea that a little while later I would be doing that. Wasn't even 1% on my radar. And because I didn't approach them, I didn't even know what Project Search was. And I'm telling you guys, like, she's probably 2-3 weeks later. It wasn't much time at all, if I'm remembering it correctly.
It wasn't.
Faye, the director, approached me and she was like, I've got this thing that, and at first I wasn't even thinking me doing it, because she goes, I've got this thing and blah, blah, blah. She told me all about it. I was like, this sounds amazing. Yeah. And I said, I'll help you any way I can. And I said, I'll help find somebody that would be good to oversee it. And Faye goes, I think you're misunderstanding. And I was like, oh my goodness, Faye. I was like, and so that's the funniest thing. I was like, I've got so much on my plate, I can't do it. But then I started thinking about our conversation, and I was like, wow, what a weird thing, and I was like, maybe I can do it. Maybe I can, maybe I should move some things around, because maybe this is a sign or whatever. Yeah. And so that's I kind of negotiated with Faye a little bit, and was like, because technically they probably wouldn't have accepted Nathan up front, because they would have put limits on, the program would have put limits on him.
Correct.
Not Faye or anybody, but the program itself, due to the standard.
Yes.
And
yes.
But Faye said, do you think that Nathan can do it? And I said, I have no doubt he could do it. And I said, I hope we do a good job. I didn't know if me or you could do it. I didn't know what I was doing either. But I told her I have no doubt that we could do it. And then I said, what did I just get us into? But
totally.
Anyway, when he came into the program, me and him learned together, and it was amazing.
Oh, and it came.
Yeah, it really was amazing, and a lot of the things that he was taught, like I said, it was something that I knew that he was not going to listen to me, and yes, it took a little more time, for him to pick up on some things. But he honed in on them, and now look where he's at. I mean,
oh my goodness!
He's been at Johnny's Pizza for, it'll be
coming up on 3 years, I believe. Yeah,
3 years in June.
Yeah,
it will be 3 years, and so I mean, and they love him over there. He does a good job. I hope. He does a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very. I think he's consistent with it. He loves, being back with the dishwasher and kidding around with him, and refills the salad bar and plates and cleans the tables. You probably won't see him if you go over there, because he's just in the back busy.
I know.
Busy.
Whenever I go in, they'll say, "Let me get him," or they'll say, "Come back here and see him," or something. But yeah, he's back there working. He's not hanging out.
Yeah.
And I had to, real quick before we finish, I got to talk about Project Search because we always laugh because
yes.
one of our biggest, you know, we're teaching them the job skill. We're teaching them real world and this and that. And one of the things is we can't hug. You know, we're shaking hands and this and that.
Yeah.
But and it's a real rule and it's there for a reason and all of that.
Right.
And you know, they got on to me a little bit and they're like, can't hug, can't let them hug, blah blah blah. Well,
Yeah.
one day they come in and here they are just hugging Nathan, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to hear anything else about hugging because I was like, you can't help but hug. And because I kept telling them, I was like, it's not Nathan that's hugging, it's everybody that walks in the hospital hugs him. And they were like, well, let's try to work on it. I was like, there's nothing I can do because these people just go up to him and hug
That's
him.
right.
And then they came in the hospital and they went straight to him and hugged him. I was like, see there? You can't help yourself. And they started laughing. They were like, you're right.
I probably get 50 of those a day.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, it's rough.
When I first started working with him, I'm like, this dude's a rock star. We're just walking through we just walked through the hospital and everybody's, hey Nathan, hey Nathan, hey Nathan. I was like, who is this guy over here?
Goofy star.
That's right.
Funny, here's you.
Oh my
Goofy
goodness.
star. Again.
But I was so proud of him there. And then I wanted to get his co-workers at Johnny's.
Ms. Angela, Ms. V, and of course you got the owners, Todd and
Yeah,
Vicky.
Todd. They're so wonderful, and
Really.
I was talking to the sweet lady that over there one day, and I went in and he wasn't there. He was gone. Y'all were going on vacation. I was just gonna pop in on him. I didn't know you were gone, but I talked to her for a minute and I said, hey, I don't know. I said, I hope I've told y'all this before, but I want to reiterate. I'm really thankful and grateful for you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I know Todd and Vicky gave him the chance, but the team has just really taken him in. I was like, I'm so grateful for you guys doing that because, you know, not everybody would do that. And it's, you don't have to do that, but you're going out of your way. And she had tears in her eyes. And she said, Mr. Ryan, she said, I could never do for Nathan what he's done for me. She's like, I could never pay him back in a million years. She's like, it's such an honor to work with him.
Wow.
And she said, I really am just so glad he came into my life.
Wow.
And
that's beautiful.
And I told her, I said, you know what? I know exactly what you're saying. I said, I know exactly what you mean because I feel the same way. So.
Well, and there it goes again that, you know, when Nathan was born, you have no idea where it's all going. And now I see all the gifts, all the beauty that he's given the world, given people of himself. Mm-hmm. That's the gift of self. I mean, if we could all be.
Oh my goodness!
Like that, right?
Yeah, and it's a selfless love that he has for people.
Yep.
That isn't what can I get in return, or how does this
benefit me?
Benefit me. It's just a true selfless love, and it's inspiring to just be around.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I love most about this guy.
Yeah.
I told you this before, but this is one of my best friends. You know, one of my best buddies in the world right here.
I know you guys text. I know he throws out a lot of pictures at you.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll FaceTime sometimes, and
yes.
But I love it, and I've gotten where I know when he's telling a joke because he'd go into it and he'd get real serious, and I nudge Melissa and I'm like, watch, he's about to bust out laughing, and then all of a sudden he'll get real serious, and then his punchline he'll just start laughing. I know what's coming. I'm like, I know his storytelling techniques now.
Nice.
We're winding down, and we'll wrap up shortly. But I did want to bring up his dynamic with Rachel, and you know they've been had girlfriend for a little while now, and all of that. How did that come to be?
In junior high, he was in the same. Yep, he was in the same class as him. With at that time it was. I think Ms. Burke was over there too at that time.
Okay.
I think that was his teacher. And they just became really, really close, good friends. She really it's funny when other people couldn't understand him, she could. It was really amazing. They stuck together like glue. It was pretty sweet. And about once a month, we try to see her because now she's in outside of Alexandria, in DeVille. And we either go bowling once a month, or like just last week, we went and had lunch together at Jackie's in Jonesville.
That's some good food.
Ooh.
Catfish.
Catfish.
Yes.
That's nice too.
Fries.
Fries.
That's right.
Catfish and fries.
Catfish and fries.
Yep. And
Dessert too.
Dessert. I know the whole thing. That's right.
yeah, but she's very. They have a really sweet, kind relationship for sure.
They like it.
And we have the Brightest Stars ball coming up. And,
Yes.
One of the things I love about the ball is that they go together and they do their thing. They do the red carpet together and all that.
Yes.
And I love last year because Nathan came in and he had Rachel, and it was the sign-up table, and I just happened to be over there. And Nathan walked up. He was like the gentleman and the man. And he walked up and kind of took control of the situation and told them that they needed to sign up. And they signed up, and they got their tag and all that, and they rolled.
Off they went.
But he kind of just handled the situation. I was like, look at this boy.
Pretty sweet.
But man, so I guess just the last couple of questions are for you as far as your thoughts on things. What do you think Nathan has taught you about like faith, perseverance, and just happiness?
Mm-hmm. I think it's really easy to get caught up in life and the heaviness of it all. And he certainly has shown me that it's so much easier to go through life just letting it go. You know, don't hold on to things. Be happy with what you have, you know, and the kindness that he's shown to people and how we can all be more like that is definitely where I feel like he's shown me that.
Yeah. I know he's one of those guys. It's a blessing to have in your corner because,
for sure.
Like I've learned way more from Nathan than he's ever learned from me.
I hear
Like,
you.
and it's those same things. It's like wow, like just such a pure approach to life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just such a blessing to be around.
That's right.
Last question is just what would you like for communities and communities to understand about creating more opportunities like sports and jobs and church roles and things that he's doing? What does that mean to, I know there's some overlap from your answer a while ago, but what does it mean for communities to provide those opportunities?
Well, I mean, certainly I think it takes an open mind and more education on both us as advocates to let them know that they can do, that kids with disabilities or adults with disabilities can accomplish and do things out in society, and as parents not to hide them and to let them flourish and to let them grow and be productive members of society, to give back. I mean, that's what we're here on earth for, is to take care of each other and to give to each other. And he certainly does that. He certainly does that.
Well, are we leaving it? Are we missing anything? I think.
Well, I go back to in the beginning talking about his dad. I want to, just throw out there that, his dad, Blaze, was when he was born, he said to me, gosh, you as a PT and me as a disability advocate, how can he lose? This kid's gonna flourish, don't you worry. And he instilled in me the idea that he can. It's gonna happen. He can do. You just gotta hack away at it, keep working at it. And, certainly there's some things that as time's gone on, I've realized, okay, that one's going to take a little longer to work on, but you know, he's met and exceeded all expectations, and that's the way it should be. Shoot for the, and that's his daddy all along, because him being in a wheelchair, he overshot everyone's expectations too.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think that taught me a lot, and seeing what he could do to carry it over to Nathan.
Yeah, I think so too. I think because everybody that I've heard talk about his dad, with the thing that comes up over and over is just overcoming, and just not only overcoming, but like excelling, overcoming and then excelling.
Yes. Yes.
You know, kind of like Melissa and I talk about rise and shine. It's not enough to rise; you got to shine too.
That's the truth.
And that's kind of the common theme that I've heard when talking about that. So maybe there's something in that genetics that's got that toughness in it. That let's go kick some butt, huh? I do have to, before we get out of here, I do want to tell this story real quick, because I always laugh at this. I can be sitting in bed at like 2 in the morning and think about this and laugh. But one day, whenever we were at Project Search, we were all eating lunch, and I was like, we had about 45 minutes or an hour to eat lunch, and I said, all right, y'all, it's time to get back to work. And Nathan looks at me as clear as day, and he goes, oh, come on, Calhoun. Everybody at the table busted out. He was being the grouchy worker that day, like getting on to the ball. He's like, come on, Calhoun. and then he looked at me and just busted out laughing. Everybody at the table started laughing, and I was like,
yeah. And I don't know where he transferred from calling me Ronnie to Calhoun, but it's pretty cute. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
I see you're funny. Yes. Cahoon. Yes. Yes.
You keep me on my toes. You keep Calhoun on his toes. Well, buddy, awesome job. Thank you for being a champion. Thank you for bringing him in this morning. And we're glad to have you as our first. We just started formally doing like a champion of the month, and our first one here. And I couldn't be any more proud to have you as our champion of the month.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming in, and
Very welcome.
thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all of our partners out there who make it possible for us to do what we do in the community. Without you guys, we couldn't do what we do. God bless everybody out there, and as always, have a champion day.
Woo!